Hey there, YouTube. I know the holidays are upon us and people are about to drop into their bad habits that they fall into every year. So today I want to talk to you about whole food, plant-based, and raw vegan after the holidays. Guys, listen to the video a little while. If you like it, please give me a like. And if you like what you hear, go down and hit that subscribe button down there. I was thinking about this last night. In 2022, I kind of want to even make more of an effort to reach out to a wider audience. Now, I talk about stuff before. If you've followed me for a while, you know I'm not fanatic about the raw food diet like some people. I'm not about fanaticism. If it's your first time tuning in, don't assume about me based on my looks. People see my looks, how I am with this crazy old beard and the long hair, and I am a little bit wacky, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, I like down to earth. I like practical. I like science-based, and I like a rational approach to a plant-based diet and raw. But the reason I'm talking about a whole food plant-based diet to a raw vegan diet is, like I say, I want to reach out to a wider audience. And to be 100% honest, it's really, for most people, it's a fantasy. It's a pipe dream to think that they're going to go from a standard American diet, eating absolute, garbage, whatever, to raw vegan straight away. Just skip all the steps in between. Now, maybe some people do and they don't, but that's never been my experience. I don't know personally a lot of people that have succeeded like that with a lot of back and forth. But anyhow, like I say, I want to help as many people as possible. Number one, my biggest objective, and when people write me and tell me this, makes me happier than anything else people write me to. When people say, I became vegan because of you, or when people said, I went plant-based after watching your videos, following you for a little while, that's as good as it gets from me right there. Don't care about the raw, don't care about the other. Second, next level, when somebody says when they've gone from vegan to plant-based, eating whole foods, whole plant-based foods. Now, what I mean when I'm saying whole food plant-based as opposed to just vegan or just regular plant-based. Well, plant-based is just something that doesn't have animal products in it. And it doesn't always mean that it's healthy or good for you. There is a lot of vegan junk food out there. And God bless, I'm not bagging on vegan junk food. It gets people off the animal train, and it stops people from killing animals, the whole environment, and all that kind of stuff. But here's the thing, though, that even like hardcore vegans might want to think about is if you don't have some sort of nutrition in there, it's very hard to sustain a vegan lifestyle for very long without having some sort of proper nutrition in there. So why not, I hate to say, I was just about to say, why not kill two birds with one stone, but that's not very vegan. Why not just accomplish two things at once? You can be vegan for the animals, but you can also eat a whole food plant-based diet that's going to be much healthier for you than just going to the store and buying your Beyond Burgers and your fake products and all that kind of stuff. I went to Pensacola yesterday. Excuse me. And sometimes when I'm going down the aisles to pick up my stuff, I pick up vegan products and look on the back of them. And if you look on the back of a lot of vegan products, one of the things that really jumps out at me is sodium. A lot of times there's as much as 30% of your daily required sodium in one serving. And most people, we've always found on the back of packaging, a lot of people don't generally eat one serving of anything. So there's just so many different ingredients in there. Now, what do I mean by whole foods? Whole foods, just like it says, real foods. If you're not eating raw, we're talking about potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, quinoa, vegetables, fruits, things that come from the ground, things that grow on trees, things that, don't have anything done to them. Basically, that's what it was. Nothing's been processed. These are just like the regular foods, greens, fruits, everything, sprouts, lentils, cooked lentils, raw lentils, sprouted lentils, all that kind of stuff. And there is so much your health. Listen, like I say, I'm not one of the fanatic raw people, although I will get to the raw in a minute. I do believe in the raw food diet, and that's why I eat a mostly raw food diet. But that should not be the end-all be-all. You got to get that nutrition down first. And I had always rather, and I'm telling you this, You're going to be healthier if you were doing a healthy version just of a whole food plant-based diet, regardless of how much you have cooked in there, versus some of these kind of sketchy, not terribly healthy versions of a raw food diet. So like I say, that's why I always want to share more of a rational approach to this thing. I eat. Now, some of you people that watch my videos regularly have heard me say that over and over. For the rest of you out there, once again, not to assume I'm not into all this feasting and fasting and living on juice and living on this. I live on food. I live on real food, and it takes a lot of food to keep me going. In fact, I can eat all day, every day. Go back through some of my videos and watch my what I eat in a day videos. Massive amounts of food. And almost every time I do one of those, somebody will send me a message saying, oh my God, I couldn't do that. If I ate like you did, I would gain weight. No, you wouldn't. Because I haven't. And I am not like a naturally thin person. I am not one of those people that my whole life had that great metabolism. You know, those people that some people hate that can eat anything and they never gain a pound. I was not that person. I was a fat kid. I kind of sort of grew out of it about 14 or 15, but I was still always, I went through periods in my life where I'd gained too much weight. And even though I stayed in fair shape a lot of the time, I had to work at it. If I put on 20 pounds, I had to work my ass off to get it off. Now I can eat all I want every day. Don't have to even worry about my weight, other than to make sure I'm paying attention to eat enough to keep weight on. And that's because I focus on nutrition. And that's the only thing this channel's ever going to be about, is nutrition, not some fanaticism about any one thing or the other. But the raw food diet, I don't want to discourage you from the raw food diet. I don't ever want you to think I'm anti being fully raw. When I lived down in Costa Rica, I was in the tropics. I had good fruit around me all the time. I had I had a lot of greens around, and I had juice, but not green juicing to try to, all your detox and all that kind of stuff. I had juice with some calories in it, so I could get some filler in every day, usually by having 32 ounces of fresh orange juice or 32 ounces mixed with sugarcane juice. So down there it was a little bit easier to be raw all the time and kind of maintain my weight. But down there it was just because of the climate. I mean, if you go to the beach where I lived the bulk of the time I did in Costa Rica, I can't imagine being anything but fully raw, or mostly fully raw. You might come across something every once in a while. You're like, yeah, I want this cooked food. But it was so hot all the time, and there was so much of this availability that's what I did. But I'm living in the tropics then. Now, too, for clarification to the really serious, strict raw people, just because I talk about this stuff, don't go in a totally different direction and think, well, he talks a little bit about cooked food, so he probably eats about 50-50. I go, no. When I say I eat a mostly raw food diet, like a lot of days, that will entail something like, okay, what cooked food did I have yesterday? Okay, I put a potato on top of my salad. But it's always, not, well, most of the time, every once in a while, I'll allow myself a treat. But here's the thing: when I don't eat raw food, it's whole foods, it's potatoes, it's legumes, it's a cooked vegetable or whatever. But like I say, you can make your decision on that. Like, I can show you how to go all the way fully raw if you want to, but I would say don't move too quickly. In other words, go step by step. Switch over if you're not vegan already. Become vegan. Feel that out for a month or so. And then start working on getting it cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. Get yourself to a whole food plant-based diet before you're too concerned about the raw part of it. But there's no reason you have to do it too methodically. I mean, everybody, even if you don't eat a vegan lifestyle plant-based diet, everybody can incorporate a raw meal into their day, whether it's a smoothie, whether it's a big salad, whether it's just eating some fruit in the morning for breakfast. So I'm going to try to, like I say, do different types of videos, kind of, do some that are more based towards the raw, do some that are more, just like beginner plant-based. Weight loss. Weight loss is not that hard. It's just that people get so caught up in the stuff that, in what they're carrying from the past, all the diets they've seen and how they've just come to see things. And here's something else too. I get written to from time to time, and it's always kind of like awkward because I don't know what to do. I can't help you other than with my method, how the way I do things, and maybe that's not going to be for you, but okay. I think if you've watched me for a while, you've probably heard me before kind of dabble with the idea of helping people one-on-one. I've never done it, as an official thing, but I've kind of said, okay, let me play a little bit here, and I've, kind of behind the scenes tried to help a few people. But here's the thing: people always come saying they won't help, they want to do this or that, but they want to do it their way. Every time I kind of get into, okay, well, do this, maybe start like this, do this. I don't like this. I don't like bananas. I don't like this. I'm not a parent. I don't have children. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how to formulate a plan based for you because I don't have your experience. The only way I can help you is the way that I know. So anyhow, I just wanted to kind of share that like I say, maybe tell some more other people out there that maybe you're thinking about trying to help them or get them to eat a little bit better, become plant-based, maybe even become raw. Share me sometime, and tell them to come on over. But like I say, I always want to be as rational and science-based as possible. I read a lot of stuff. I like to watch videos at night, but I don't really lean heavily towards YouTube people that don't have other credentials behind them. There's exceptions to that, but yeah, in general, I like somebody that's got a book out there. So that's why a lot of times, and I'll finish with this, I recommend non-raw sources, because the non-raw sources like the Fiber Fueled, How Not to Die, Becoming Vegan, Brenda Davis, among some other, T. Colin Campbell, Caldwell Esselstyn's books. These give you the blueprints for the nutrition. You can take those because there's good, solid scientific nutrition in there, and you can extrapolate that to how you're going to do the raw food diet. But if you don't have that nutrition, none of this is going to last. I've watched them come, I've watched them go. Every other day I'll stumble across, I'll look up some X big name raw vegan that's no longer even vegan, and I'm like, I kind of knew it all along. But anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you here at the end of the week. Peace.